And now it's time for more of my video. This is the Park Kitty Kid 76, and I would like to show one of the newest version of the new operating system. It's the iOS 11. This feature has everything new of the iOS 11 for our new devices. Today, I just updated the 11th version of the iOS, both of my 9.7-inch iPad 5th generation and my iPod Touch 6. If you ever have the newer devices like I have both onto my new version, the iOS 11 has it all. Now for a big surprise, and you'll see what the new thing of the operating system we have. I'm gonna boot these two right now. Yep, it has a new background, but if you go up here, this is the widgets. The 9.7-inch iPad has widgets in it. You could see the slide right here. Yep, of course. But if you could, on my iPod Touch 6, this is the control center. This actually looks like it's a control panel, but I'll give you the name. Yep, and it has right here, focus a bit better like this. Yep, it has airplane mode, AirDrop, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth. And you'll see why it comes. You could go into the music now. It has a bigger one if you want to listen to music or anything, just like it. And it has a rotation lock. Watch where it goes. Yep, this is the animated thing going on. You could see in yeah, it has portrait orientation and do not disturb, on or off. Yep. And now for a newer feature, which is screen mirroring. It says looking for Apple. Well, I don't have it, unfortunately. But if you have Apple TV, you can use it with the screen mirroring. As you see here, you could adjust the brightness. The newest feature has a brightness in it, and the volumes to listen whatever you want. But if you go to this 3D touch watch just like this, and it has the whole volume from here, including down there where it says night shift. You could see right here, if you press this up, whatever you can, you know, the flashlight, the rotation lock or something. Oh, it's the timer, but I have to go back here. The reminder, but it's a silent mode, and the camera. You could see this, the new feature right here. Yeah, two of these apps were updated, the iTunes and the app. You know, they used to have the music icon, but it's now the star. And you used to have the paintbrush on that. Now I have a stick with the letter A where it says apps. The star could be for iTunes, and the popsicle stick A could be for app. And you can go on the left side. Yep, same thing. Can you imagine that? This is the version unlike the iOS 10. Yep. Same thing. And here are this update right there. Instead of using the lines for the camera, but now they're gone. And you see, you could see right here where it says contacts, voice memos, and here's a cool one. They have circles for the calculator. Yep. So if I can go to this other things, you see why it comes. Take a look at this. Yep, there's some notes here if you write it down. And here's the other feature that I haven't shown you here with this one. That, yeah, they used to have a iCloud with a cloud logo, but it's now files. Yeah, no reasons. If you have it, if you want to put files and everything, whatever you decided to look at it, the recent open documents here or whatever the browse tab to see all documents in here, and you can browse whatever you want. That's the picture of this of the 9.7-inch iPad, the one that I take in the photos here. You could see Cloud Drive. If you want to delete from this document, or where it says recent delete, you could see my favorites. Yeah, I don't see it at the moment, but if you want to go favorites on it or tag something. And here's the context. Yeah, instead of using a male on this context, but they had both male and female are the genders. Well, you know. Here's a cool one. If I go on settings, and let's go to a wallpaper for just a second here. Yeah, this is the new iOS 11 picture background. But if you could choose the new wallpaper, they have dynamics like I already put in, and here are the stills. Yeah, this is the iOS 11 picture background, the iOS 10 picture background, iOS 9, but there's no iOS 8 unfortunately. And you could see the new flowers or whatever, and some of rainbows for the older accessories or whatever. And there's other things in this background you could see down here. Well, this is the world, you know, the globe. You could put the original version of this one, whatever, or any other versions that the older one has. How cool is that? And let's go to the here are this newest version, which is iTunes and App Store. You could go to accounts and passwords, and kind of reminds me of that. And here's a newer one, which is TV provider. And let's see if I can go to the for example, let me go to general iPod Touch storage. Yep, this is the newer version with this with the storage in it, to see how much it will be appear of this storage. The apps could be for red, photos could be for yellow, mail could be for blue, message could be for green, and other could be for gray. Here's an interesting one. If I go to Facebook, offloaded this app, but if you want to reinstall the app, if you want, so here's the review large attachments. If you want to make to attach the storage in it or the message, whatever you consider, without or delete them. Yeah, that's the storage. I'm pretty sure this is a new version of this. AirDrop, and that's all. And here's something interesting in this feature. If I can go on Maps, which is the new design in it, you can search the streets, address, or any other places you want to get in its maps. There's destinations or anything. You can see the map, the transit, if you want to take it on the bus or whatever, and satellites. You could see here, if you want to search a good look at it, you see, or if you want to go a 3D, depending on this. And here's a reminder. You can make a reminder if you want. It has now 3 rather than 4, or probably on that. And take a look down here. Yeah, they used to have words in it. All these apps are the words, but they're gone. Where you could see just the message, the mail, the Safari, and music icon. And I think there might be a last one. If I press the button 2 times, You can swipe here to dismiss. Yep. They used to have the home screen on it, but they're gone. Yep, this is a new thing. So, and let me go on mail. This is a new design for this iOS 11, which is now titled Mailboxes. Yeah, same thing, including inbox, VIP, drafts, sent, junk, trash, archive, and synced message all the way down there. If I go and write the message on it, you could type with the message, just like I was saying about this one, or whatever they want, if you could do that. And if I go ahead and right here, this emoji, yep, they have new designs in it. How cool is the emoji was? Yeah, it's so dark, but yeah, you could use this, send it from this emoji or something. They had all of this graphic design, whatever it is. Yep. And that's all there is. Same as we have there in the version. And let's go back to the settings there. And we go to the new one where it says, if I go to notifications in it, yep, they had show previews. We're always on show previews. If I could go on that, yep, always. But if I go on a new one, they have the same of this new background design for the iOS 11. So that takes care of that. You can see a control center, customize controls. If you have any customizations of this organizing controls or any of this control center you want, there's a flashlight timer all the way down here. But if you want to add more controls on it, where it says accessibility shortcuts, alarm, Apple TV remote, calculator, guided access, magnifier, notes, screen recording, stopwatch, textile, voice memos, and wallet. Yep. If I add right here, for example, let me go to the alarm, the calculator, the magnifier, the screen recording, and voice memos. Go back here. Go back to the widgets on it. And you see more of this control center, whatever you just saw it here. You can go on this, the alarm, you can hold it here. Nope. Yep. Same feature. Calculator. Magnifier. Yep. That's the magnifier. You can see they're taking pictures and everything. Screen recording and voice memos. If you wanted more of this, more stuff, or if you want to delete it from some other widgets there. So, oh, and by the way, I haven't seen the version. Watch this. If you swipe right here, this clock goes on to our right, and a day and a month goes in the right. Both of these, a time and a month. But if we could go and swipe on the right, this is the one that just made it on the right. You're right. It looks like the same version of the previous iOS 10. Just a reminder, but to swipe on the left and swipe on the right. Here's what I haven't seen in this video. Haven't seen it on this other version, so. Well, I think that will be it for the iPod Touch 6th generation for the iOS 11. And now let's move on to the next device. First, I'm going to boot this up, the iPad. Yep, this is the new feature right here. same as the other one on the iPod Touch 6. Yep. Instead of using this the clear numbers in it, now they put a bolder numbers in it. Yeah, you see why it does that? But if you go here, if I could click on it, yep, this is the multitask or something. Yeah. But if you want to go there, if you want to release this swipe to dismiss, yep. Now in the home center, I'm gonna go ahead and press with this one. Same thing. The music and everything else. And that's all we can get there. So, and now for something treat. For example, if I hold right in the settings button right here and hold right here, when it wiggles in, watch what happens. Hold in here, and you can multiples. Yeah, this is a multiple apps right here. You see, I know some people does have multiples on the iOS 11, and when it released the app, let go. Yep. But if you add more of these apps, watch what happens. You can go here on 1, 2, 3, or any other apps if you want. So, for example, let me just get release that. It's interesting. Yeah, you could drag right here up to 15 of them, or if you want to release for this widget icon. So if you could swipe here, yeah, the same thing, the files in it, formerly cloud drive, and the let's see, if I could go to Safari on the landscape mode, watch here. I'm using the Safari right now. You know, in the iOS 11, they used to have some of this split screen right here on the right. Yep, they're no longer here. But if you can go up, and here's the new feature here. For example, let me drag onto YouTube and go on here. Or if you want to release it, just up here. It looks just like a split screen. But if you can go right here, this is where two things in ones, the Safari and the YouTube page. And if I can swipe the whole thing, yep, that's the full page right here. If I can go to my channels here, on my YouTube channel here, watch what happens. Let's say if I can go to Sony personal audio system, like the ones I just watched right here. Here's that Sony logo, and it says personal audio system model CFD S70. As soon as it gets in, then I watching the video. Watch. It has CD, cassette. You could go back here, go back to Safari. Now before I will show you this video, yeah, I gotta take a look at it in the box. Yeah, they no longer had a split back to this Safari, unfortunately. Well, they used to have other version, but it's changed though. So, but if I can go on that, this is what I'm getting undersided of this thing. If I can go back, let's see what happens now. Go back to this one. Go back to Safari. And that's all it is. And if I go to this notes here, but if I go to this the mail, if you could take a chance right here, well, I know some people watching videos about the iOS 11 has a more feature in it, but I don't see this version like I just showed you. Yeah, there's no mail, but it says the new one where it says mailboxes. This is a new tile here. And now I can go to this these two right here, iTunes. First of all, let me set it aside. Yep. This is a smart cover here. Yep. Yeah, this is a same thing, but it has the new one. If I could take a focus in here or focus a little bit. Yep. That has a new one where it says music, movies, TV shows, top charts, genius, and purchase. I can go on movies. Yep, same thing. The TV shows. Top charts, genius, and purchase. Now let's go to the app. This is the new feature of the app. They had a new redesign in it. There's other ones, including the new one. There's the our apps, cultural, and game of the day, app of the day, and free games and learned facts. If you get it for free, or we pay it for the app. Yeah, that was yesterday. They had Ad Cultural, Game 101. Yep, they had a new feature for this app. You see? Yep. I know some of you was excited about this app. Well, you can see what you get. Ooh, they had this the video on it where this let's take as an example Hearthstone. And very unique new design for this iOS 11. You can go on games. They have a new design where it says games on that. This is a brand new version of this one. Let's play. If you want to take a sneak peek in a video or of how to get the apps or anything, top pay, top free, and here's a new one, top categories. Like the ones I just show you: AR games, arcade, role-playing, action, indie, and puzzle. If you want to see it all. Yep, that's the one I just made the new categories on it. Well, I'm just gonna go back. App purchases and all kinds of stuff. Same as the design here. The new version. Go on apps. This is a new design, just like I did. Yep. This is the cloud. Did I just download the clouds in here when I purchased it on the free apps? If you want to reinstall it or something. And yep, that's a new one. If I can go to updates, they have a newly redesigned, which is updates. You can update its the apps and so on. And last but not least, search. If you want to search the app or trending their search or something. So interesting enough. I'm gonna go back and then portrait on it. This is the split of the apps, where I open this the apps right here. For example, like it's any three of these apps here. So, and it has a new feature, this world clock, and there's no alarm. Same feature that a previous iOS 10 version. Let's go to the settings and wallpaper. Yep, same thing. Dynamic. The stills here. That's all. And let's see if I can go to general. iPad storage. Yeah, this is the storage to see how many are in here, you know. And here's the new recommendation where it says offload unused apps, large review attachments, and the whole thing. Same as my iPod Touch 6. If you want to reinstall this app, whatever, at the very end where it says system, you could see right in this gig where it says 5.37 gigabytes. And here's the new one, Siri and search. You could tell Siri about what you'll find in certain versions of this. And same thing as the version of this one. That's all there is. How about if I go to music, if it's there? Yep, same thing. Yep, same feature. So, oh, and I forgot one thing. If you want to delete this, the 3 apps right here that I'm using it, press right here and delete some of this, the apps here, and bang. But if you had to delete some of the music, the mail, or anything, had to keep the apps from here if you want to use it again. So that's the version I'm using it. Yep, I have nothing else to say. So, well, there you have it with my 9.7-inch iPad of the new version iOS 11. Here's what I haven't seen this the keyboard right here. If I already go ahead and put notes here, watch this. You see those keyboards? This is the way I've been swiping with this keyboard. You see? This is what I haven't seen in a video. Yep. And if I go ahead and watch what happens right here. If I go to check mark, that's where I'm using with the keyboard. And here's another one right here. Yes, you can scan the documents, take a picture or video, photo galleries, and add sketch. This is the only iOS 11 version has sketch in it, as well as scan documents. To scan all your books, whatever. Yep. And finally, yep, this is the sketch. You know, if you can draw something here that looks like an iPad Pro with an Apple Pencil, it just looks like it, but it's the sketch. If you haven't seen the video, so how do you like the new version? Well, I know some people posted in June about the beta version of the iOS 11, which I saw the video about how to update it iOS 11 this month. Well, the iOS 11 version has completed. If you like the feature, the ones that you saw this video, I would highly recommend my new version of the iOS 11. Well, I have nothing else to say, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Until then, this is the Parkitty Kid 76. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.